Today on Drawbli.
We are talking about one super easy method to fix your art block.
Ooh, hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And of course, we're self-taught artists documenting our journey of learning to draw like so many, but we think it's even better when you do it together.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here and share your artwork on Instagram with the hashtag Drawbli.
So Abby, tell me, what is a super easy method that I can use to fix my art block? Because I have art block quite often.
I have art block out the wazoo sometimes.
Out the wazoo,
Out the
huh?
wazoo.
Ew.
So I didn't want to go past the line art, and to motivate myself to go past the line art on this particular subject, I made it into fan art.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But you're so good at line art. You couldn't get past it? Do
Yeah.
you need to?
That's a fair question. I don't need to do anything, but I want to.
Okay, so you turned this into a fan art. So you took this drawing of
Yeah.
these two people. What fan art did you turn this into?
Overwatch fan art.
Overwatch fan- what?
Because you introduced me to Overwatch, my first consistent video game
Your first consistent video.
ever, other than Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
And I've become a monster, and I play Overwatch a lot now. And I'm not good at it, but I do like the characters. I think they're all so cool and so well designed. So I added in splashes of ideas of some of those characters that just seemed to fit. That wasn't my intention starting out, but I thought this guy's face reminded me of one of the heroes, Sigma.
We should definitely put Sigma and Ash up on the screen.
Yes.
So people can see what they actually look like for those that are unfamiliar.
And so I decided to make this a Sigma and Ash thing.
Okay. So I have to ask, why fan art?
Why fan art? Because it's fun. It adds an element of brain tickling and anything to tickle the brain, you know? The brain is
The brain needs to be tickled.
It
yes.
does. You need
What does that
to
even mean?
Inject positive feedback, positive reward, and if your brain is happy to see these characters from your favorite game, your brain's just gonna be happier. You're gonna be happier, and you're gonna work on your artwork that much longer and make it that much better.
Okay.
I believe it. I don't think this is the one answer to art block, but it is one answer to art block.
You know what? I actually haven't really done that much fan art on Drawbli, and maybe that's why my brain is just so untickled.
I know. I have never done fan art much either. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Sometimes I feel a little silly for some reason. I'm like, no. I'm a classical artist.
Oh, me? I'm
Yes.
Yeah, a classical
Not
is
at all.
not how I would
Not
describe
even slightly.
Drawbli at all.
But so it felt a little silly at first, but I decided to just embrace it, and then I decided to share it. Here we are. I'm letting you know that I think this weird Sigma Ash scenario mashup is what came to my brain. I think that Sigma gives off vibes a little bit of kind of off. His brain is off. I think here
He is mentally unwell, like in the lore. He's a little out there.
Yeah, so here he was giving me really Phantom of the Opera vibes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I captioned him at the end. I was like, "Sing my angel of music," and then Ash's big tagline in the game is "Bob, do something."
Oh.
And so I wrote in her saying, "Bob, do something," because that was funny to me.
I like it.
It was
I
all
like
just
it.
very funny.
So this was all to get you or encourage you to keep working on this piece. I saw that you redrew a lot of things a lot, which is kind of classic Abby style.
Yeah, and I didn't take it into some great finished painting per se, but I still did more on it than I might ordinarily have. And that can be half the battle sometimes, especially since I unerringly seem to choose to work on things that have far more complexity than I should really allow myself to focus on if I really want to improve on a small detail level. There's just so much going on here.
There's a lot going on with both of these characters. I mean, to do two characters for us is asking a lot.
Yes.
I have to ask, how did you choose your colors for this piece? Did you just pull them straight from reference images, or did you just kind of eyeball them and go off of whatever?
I eyeballed the colors.
Based off of the characters of the in-game model?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Nice.
I did obviously very simplified versions of what they wear in the game because, of course, this is a humble indie game company, and they just put very low effort into their skins and
extreme low effort.
So humble, so small. But in actuality, they are very, very complex in the actual world. So I made them much more simple and sketchy.
I also see that you colored your lines, which is so fun. I need to do that more.
I don't normally do it, and I decided to see how it would go. I'm always saying like, oh, I'm not totally thrilled with this result or that result, but I think that's part of being an artist and the drive to improve is that constant sense of, well, I'm not completely thrilled with how this turned out.
Yeah. You tackled a lot here because if I saw this reference, one, it has two faces in it.
Yeah.
And also it has a hand right up there by that face, which is going to draw a lot of attention.
Yeah.
You have 3 hands in this piece, right?
Yeah.
3 that are visible.
It was so fun.
That's so much.
But it was honestly the most fun part. One of the most fun parts also of working on this was drawing 2 people intertwined. It was a cool challenge. It was just a way to keep things very, very interesting to me, to try something at a slightly different level. And so I did it again.
So you did it again? Oh my God. Wait.
I said more intertwine.
More intertwine.
Yes.
Wow.
And
so did you turn this into a fan art as well?
Yes. And now here's the fun thing about making it fan art is it doesn't have to be complex. You don't have to draw in whole big pieces of armor or change somebody's hair. I just decided these 2 characters very, very, very vaguely looked like characters from Overwatch.
Also characters from Overwatch. Okay.
Overwatch is the only thing.
Abby's got Overwatch on the brain. Can I just say that I really like the way that you did that hand where you drew like the circles representing the joints.
Oh, thank you.
And then positioned around them. That was really cool.
Thank you.
I have actually done that with bodies before. I think we like pick things up from each other. I don't know who did that first, but we subconsciously like do little things very similarly. I had a drawing I did the other day that I was like, whoa, this looks like something Abby would draw.
Really?
Like, it was very similar in style.
That's really cool. I'd love to see that and see what elements I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a total
Me,
Abby.
I just pull up like this trash drawing. I'm like, see, look, it's just like your.
Oh my gosh, brutally wrecked.
So what characters are these? What do we got here?
So there's only a couple characters in the game that are just kind of very, not simple,
basic.
But I guess basic. So it's Sombra and Soldier 76. And I'm not trying to keep up with any lore. It's a younger Soldier 76. It's not Sombra. I literally just gave her slightly purple hair. And I put 76 on his shirt.
Ooh, okay, there you go.
Was it.
There you go. And I did tell you that in the game it is revealed, or in the lore of the game it is revealed apparently that Soldier 76 is gay.
Yeah. You told me that, but it was after the fact, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
And so I kept going because what did I put 76 on his shirt. I'm not taking any big stands here. I don't feel like
he could be a football player.
He could be a football. I don't know.
That's a 76. Yeah, that's his football jersey.
It was just fun to mess around and like make like people that like I knew sort of.
You did so many faces and hands in these pieces. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Doing something like this is a lot.
It was really, really fun to work on, and that's what I really valued, was really getting in touch with the joy of it, the pleasure of working on a piece that I really liked, and I liked where it was going, and having an end goal in mind, I might add, is another really like strong feature in drawing, is knowing like this is headed somewhere. At the end of this, I want to look at this and be like, that's Sombra and Soldier 76
okay, cool.
entwined in this weird whispering thing where he's like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, what do you think she's whispering in his ear?
I love chocolate. He says, I love chocolate too. I don't know.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner at home.
We have dinner at home. Yeah. Dinner at home.
Dinner at home.
Yeah. I like also how you only have the only little bit of color that you have in this right now is on her lips. It's very. Oh, and now it's gone.
Well, yeah, it's gone. I know.
Literally, as I'm saying that, you're like, ooh, Reese.
I also liked it, and then I did one overlay pass, a very simple block out color, just to add a little oomph and life to it. Not completely necessary by any means, but I did
black and white, much easier, we'll say.
Yes, and there he is, 76.
Wow, the way you did that was actually really interesting.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
following the folds and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You're so good at drawing and lines, and I need to catch up.
You're so good at form.
I need
and,
to do my line homework.
There's so
I've been
much.
putting it off.
Isn't it funny, like, how much gaps we have between us in our collective knowledge, like, in experience and expertise? Like, there's so many things you're so good at that I am just not, and vice versa.
One day we'll get there.
Yes.
And if you want to get there, click that subscribe button.
Share your work on Instagram with the hashtag Drawbli, because drawing is better when we do it together.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba. You know what I just remembered?
What?
I need to go make some tea.
Oh, I need some tea too. Will you make me some? It's a lot of work, I know, to flip the nozzle on the stove and make it go